Okay, so welcome back to the channel, and today what I'm going to be talking about is why I believe that men should not chase women. Now, the reason why this video came about is because I've had multiple DMs from guys who are talking about, they're pursuing this girl, they're chasing after this girl, and she seems to enjoy it, but for some reason, she's just not allowing them in. Which really got me thinking, and I had to take a look at myself and my situations. It brought me to the conclusion that, number one, a man should never chase a woman. When I say chase a woman, I mean it's okay to have a desire for a woman. It's okay to let it be known to a woman that I am interested in getting to know you. My focus is on you. But the issue is when you start to chase a woman, you have to really understand what that means. So you know me, I love my analogies. I like to paint a picture. You see in movies, them action movies, and then there's those high-speed chases, on foot. They're running through the crowds and whatnot. The people in that chase, they don't realize what's going on in their surroundings. So they're getting hit by cars, they're rolling over bonnets, they're running into baskets and all sorts. It's chaos, it's mayhem. That's what it's like when you chase a woman. Keyword chase. You begin to have tunnel vision. You begin to become so solely focused on acquiring that woman that you ignore all of the red flags that are around you. Things that you don't actually like. Communication. They have these slow replies, and in your head you'll make it out, yeah, she's playing hard to get. You have tunnel vision, so you believe that everything is based on making it harder for you to get that woman, so you just have to chase harder. Sometimes you miss the fact that she doesn't want to get caught. She doesn't want to get got. Or number two, she's not actually the woman that you want. There's all these red flags that seem to go over your head when you have tunnel vision. And then once you finally acquire that woman and you get into a relationship with them and you start to see things more clearly, you start to realize this woman that I thought I was chasing is not the woman that I have stood in front of me. Now, the second reason as to why I believe you should not chase a woman is because it creates a lack of balance in the relationship. In the beginning, it was always you showing initiative. It was always you at the forefront of the progression between you two. So that's the way it's going to be once you get into a relationship. The woman has not learned to give her 50%. She believes now, because you've shown her, that you are okay with giving 95% and she gives 5%, if that. This leads to resentment. As men, you start to evaluate the woman that you're with. You start to sit back and think, but why is it always me that has to do this? Because that's the way it started. And the moment you start to resent a woman, the moment you start to show lack of effort. And that's why issues are created in the relationship, because the woman now believes you're not treating her the way she's supposed to be treated. You were showing all this energy in the beginning, but now that you've got me, you've fallen off. Yes, you have fallen off because you cannot maintain giving 95% to someone that's only giving you 5%. The third point as to why I believe you should not chase a woman: chasing someone can very easily start to look like desperation. There's a thin line between desire and desperation. I think a man should desire a woman, but once that desire starts to become desperation, you need to stop, you need to evaluate. You start to become almost like a circus act. You're jumping through all of these hoops, and what does that make you? That makes you her entertainment. That means when she's bored, that's when she comes to you, that's when she gives you time, when she's bored. The final point is, often when you're chasing something, it means it's running away from you. And how often does a woman actually like a man and start to run away from him? The only time that happens is when that woman is still damaged from a past relationship. When a woman believes that this good man that has come into her life, there has to be something wrong. That's a woman that's damaged. And if you chase that woman and finally wear her down emotionally to where she accepts, okay, let me take the risk and get into a relationship with this man, number one, she hasn't healed. So you have now entered into a toxic situation where you will constantly have to prove your innocence, have to prove yourself based on another man's flaws. Understand the difference between having a desire for a woman and chasing a woman. The moment you find yourself constantly jumping through hoops for a woman who is not really giving you back anything, that's when you're in a chase. That's when you need to back off. Once you get into that relationship, you will not be happy, because the onus is then on you to constantly take initiative, to be at the forefront, give 80% while she gives 20%. I'm not saying the relationship is always going to be 50-50, but in the grand scheme of things, it should always even out to 50-50. At some points, you give 80%, at some point she will. But a woman who's never learned to give any sort of effort is a woman that will never give any effort. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you believe below. I know this is a very controversial topic, but let me know what you believe,